Hello everyone, and welcome back to ADV Revival Gaming. I'm joined once again by Z Panther.
What's up, guys? Z Panther here. Ready to get into this one once again.
Absolutely. This is Gold Mason, and we are going to watch some more fantastic games. Tyranitar versus Tyranitar.
T-Tar on T-Tar lead.
Spider-Man meme.
Substitute from T-Tar. As the other one goes for Brick Breaks, probably a Mixtar on one side and maybe a Boatar on the other.
Sub-focus
Probably
punch.
gonna go for a Fire Blast here. Oh, and he goes Mag. Okay. Interesting. So probably not a Mixtar if they have Magneton. Usually Mixstars used to help break Scarm.
One thing we glossed over is the Tyranitar's nickname on Skillful Person's side. I thank you for censoring it yourself, Skillful Person. But we got some SD
wow.
Pass, and that is a Don fan.
That is the Don fan. Taking nothing from that double edge. And it's a Lumberry arrow.
Lumberry arrow.
Insane. That's like either very specific counterplay from like someone's scout or definitely from the trials and errors of ladder.
This absolutely seems like a pretty good C team. I mean, Donphan, Gyarados into SD Pass.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, both are like sort of physical offense. I'd expect maybe the last from Eric's team is a Magneton, just with Gyarados and Donphan there. And could be like Boatar with Crunch to sort of handle Gengar, maybe.
Lure it in and then crunch it, yeah. Unfortunate Thunder Wave onto that Gyarados, expecting the switch. And now,
ooh,
that Gyarados is purely going to be used for Intimidates on that Aerodactyl, I feel. Donphan's kind of scary into Skillful Person's team. I mean, nothing but Swampert really deals with it right now, so... Never thought I'd say that the fan would be so threatening.
I mean, this Celebi's one crit away from just dying to the Magneton here. I mean, it is getting parried non-stop. Missing its Leech Seed, too.
Yeah, very
like, if it got parried there, it would have just dropped.
You know that something's going wrong in the team builder when you are walled by Magneton. There's the SD. Oh, Heal Bell to free that Gyarados back up. I don't know about clicking Leech Seed there. In comes Metagross. This Celebi is probably going to switch out to Skarmory, yep. Skarmory's going to click
Meteor Mesh and doing a lot.
Or Whirlwind.
Or Whirlwind. I mean, I guess at that point, since your Skarm's almost dead and they have the mag, probably just take your Spike there. I mean, it's not like it's going to fend anything off at that point anyway.
Yeah.
My 2 cents. Maybe I'm wrong there, but...
entirely
Hidden Power Fighting Celebi? Was that Hidden Power Fighting?
It did look to do very little damage to the Gyarados, so that's entirely possible.
And the Gyarados resisted it, too.
Hidden Power Flying Gyarados, so it actually can be a Swampert breaker, especially when it's this weak of a Swampert. In comes Magneton.
Magneton's not the best switch here. Maybe it's Endure. Oh, yeah.
But Endure still isn't going to outspeed a Gyarados.
I guess it depends. If this is a Jolly Gyarados, then no.
Yeah, in comes Celebi, and Celebi's just going to take Magneton down now. You've lost your Magneton, so that Skarmory, despite being pretty low, could get its HP back and be a menace to the rest of this SD Pass team.
I do think Metagross comes in here. It could be pretty threatening. I mean, Skarmory can't really check it anymore.
I mean,
an arrow without a choice band isn't really that scary, especially with another rock.
Yeah, Jirachi coming out, taking an Earthquake, but probably will... Oh, throwing up a Wish. To Donphan! Oh my. Donphan just hardwalls the rest of this team. Takes a very heavy Earthquake
catches him with the Earthquake.
Ice Beam, and the tar goes down.
It is a mixed tar. I guess it very well could be a mixed tar.
Agility Metagross, which we expect on an SD.
Metagross.
Expected on an SD Pass team. I'm surprised that Celebi didn't come in on the Donphan to at least pretend that it was going to click SD and pass again. But I mean, this Donphan Gyarados core has been a extremely potent counterpick to the SD Pass team. Needing to use up your Metagross Explosion on Celebi, and Skarmory still alive. Wow.
Yeah, and non-choice Bandero just showing it's really not a set you should be running. Oh, look at the damage there. Skarm was basically dead, and the Rock Slide still couldn't KO. Oh, it's super effective Hidden Power on the Skarmory. So is that Hidden Power Fire?
It has to be
Seems
fire.
like it is Hidden Power Fire.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, because the Gyarados resisted it. Very interesting.
I mean, that's a bulky Jirachi, and it's going to take most of the health from the arrow, and yeah, arrow's going to get intimidated, probably Rachi back in to die so that arrow can, or sorry, Gyarados can come back in for another intimidate. Yeah. Donphan is going to take the win down, maybe? That would be pretty hype if Donphan comes in.
I mean, even Gyarados might be able to do it.
Yeah, looking to be so.
The Rock Slide might not KO here either.
No.
It might just be a flinch or...
Donphan! Nope. I mean, Donphan showing what it can do in this game. I was thoroughly impressed.
Definitely.
An insanely good matchup, and yeah, we're on to a game 2 with a Donphan up 1-0 this game. This set.
Okay, Salamence on T-Tar lead. See if an Ice Beam or a Brick Break comes out. And both opt to switch, but really benefited skillful person with that double.
I was expecting a Magneton in after the Metagross there, not a Zapdos, but we have the Blissey.
Alright, and Celebi, interesting Blissey switch. I mean, it's not the worst in the world, but Ice Beam was fair to be coming out there, so...
Yeah, I feel like Metagross is the play there.
Can get the leech off here.
Well, now's the time to click
at this
Leech
point,
Seed
I think
if
you
you're
either throw up the leech. Yeah,
or
you click Leech and recover, or you just go Metagross, yeah.
On the Flamethrower! What a good call. Zapdos is back as Skarmory. Good double. Good double. Eric is playing very controlled. I'm really liking it. 29%.
And Drill Peck Zapdos. Okay. I mean, Drill Peck's not going to do a ton, but it's going to force the Blissey to heal. Which is going to let Metagross come in and at least chip Skarm.
Oh, gets the rest.
And he gets the attack raise. Yeah. So Skarmory is going to be forced to phase this. It's just going to go for a spike. So
there's the roar.
Skarmory is going to get low.
Into Dugtrio.
That's
oh no.
Probably the best possible outcome for skillful person there. I mean, Doug is just spike bait for Skarm.
And knows that Doug is there to protect the Blissey. Getting rid of that Blissey with Dugtrio earlier would have been very useful for Eric here. Very nice read into the Bliss.
It's gonna force the Bliss to heal, but it doesn't do quite enough to KO. Oh, it does after Sand. Got the roll. I think going Zapdos there might have been the thing, or maybe even Metagross. Just so you're more threatening to the Pokemon that comes in.
Does Metagross live? Barely. On the spikes, Metagross barely lives.
Yeah, you get you get the boom, I guess. And it's SD pass, wow.
Did not expect that to be SD pass. There's the arrow.
That's probably a hidden power fighting Celebi, for sure.
Oh, Toxic on the Zapdos was not what you wanted to see. Wow. Yeah, I did not expect that to be an SD pass team. You don't typically with those Dugtrios you see. I mean, Salamence was already a weird pick, but typically with those Dugtrios you see Spec Off, right? Did not expect that Celebi to be.
Definitely.
Did not expect that Celebi to click Sword Stance, but you know, hard switching on a Gengar. Yeah, that's. In comes Arrow.
And full spikes, it looking like a Big 5 team for skillful person.
Hidden power,
power flying is going to be enough to just KO. Yeah, Big 5 Zap on skillful person side versus SD pass with Doug. I mean, Zapdos is going to take a lot. Yeah, it just goes down to that, especially because it's mixed Zap. It could be minus Spadaf.
Zapdos is going to go down, but I mean, Swampert gets a free in and probably clicks Earthquake and kills Metagross. Or Hydro Pump, that works too. And this one is looking very over for Eric after a dominant performance game 1. Going from the hard C team of SD Pass to SD Pass, though, is a funny transition. But we're on to game 3.
Definitely.
And I was scrolled down too far. Game 3, Zapdos versus Tyranitar.
Guitar and Zap.
The classic
Zap's
lead
gonna
matchup.
Be looking to get out of there.
Oh boy.
Guitar just goes for the SD right away. Or
Dragon
the DD, sorry.
In comes Skarmory.
I mean, Skarm's gonna be phasing this out, but it's gonna take a lot.
Too many gamers clicking Whirlwind. Flamethrower.
Ooh.
I liked the idea of that taunt, but Blissey does not have enough damage on it to warrant that. And switching Celebi in on a known Flamethrower is a little iffy, but hey, maybe it'll work.
Hey, they got Combine Celebi. Oh, maybe this could be a similar team. Big 5. See a lot of Blissey with Toxic and 2 attacks on Big 5. I mean, it's the same coverage that was on the famous Beer Lover team as well. So
that Celebi is definitely signaling that it has Baton Pass, and there it is. You ever
they go to Metagross.
Metagross with +2 special attack.
A mixed Metagross here could really put in some work. I don't think it would KO the Skarmory here, but it'll do a lot.
Yeah, it did in fact do a lot. Skarmory nearly down now. Clicks Calm Mind on the known protect. Recover, probably on a roar. Nope, a spikes.
Out comes the Zapdos. I think this just is gonna entice Wilsey to come back in. So maybe this is no, just goes for the T-Volt.
Passing
to
Metagross.
There. I think
that was really good.
And this mix Metagross is in a really good spot here again. And Psychic's gonna do a lot to the Swampert. Gets the attack raise too.
Does switch out.
Doesn't want to risk it. Yeah, I mean, it's understandable.
Honestly, smart play. Yeah, very controlled. Celebi's just gonna click Hidden Power. No. I was gonna say Calm Mind. Started saying Hidden Power. Either way, Baton passes to Starmie. Gengar takes a very meaty serve. I'm surprised Blissey didn't come in there. Thunderbolt.
Starmie takes a big T-Bolt, but knocks out the Gengar, and it's going to be able to get a spin-off. Probably worthwhile to get the spin-off just for the Celebi.
Yeah. And there is that self-same Celebi. Probably going to click Calm Mind here once again. Oh, Drill Peck. It is another Big 5 Zapdos team, by the way.
Yeah, it looks like it's the same one as last game for them. Drill Peck has a high crit chance, so this is not the safest thing in the world. Metagross is still going to take a decent amount from Thunderbolt, but Psychic will do a ton to this. So...
Not if it is fully paralyzed, unfortunately. There's the Hidden Power, probably on the roar. In comes Swampert. Do we have a boom? We don't if we're fully paralyzed once again.
Paralyzed. I mean, Skarmory is going to be able to get a late spike up. Or Toxic. That works too. And a spike, it looks like. Maybe even some chip damage.
And in comes the menace known as Celebi. Takes an Ice Beam, but man, that Swampert is if you know that your opponent is running, a Metagross, mixed Metagross, and deals with the rest of your team pretty well, I don't think you want to be staying in and taking all that chip on Swampert.
Yeah, definitely not. Especially when you have two really sturdy checks to Swampert and Zapdos. And so I think Celebi can get up quite a bit of Calm Minds here. Depending on what that last is, it still could be pretty tricky. Seems like Blissey's just fishing for a crit at this point. I would have at least tried to Toxic so you can pressure the Celebi a little more. You don't want it to just...
There it is.
Set up a ton of Calm Minds. There you go.
Maybe spam Toxic again? No, I mean, that way... Well, no, because then Metagross... Yeah, I don't know. In comes Zapdos. Makes sense. Zapdos can pass the boosts out if it needs to. Hidden Power, probably Grass. This is kind of scary. I mean, this Zapdos could take it down entirely. Only check is Blissey, and... Still taking 28%.
Blissey would have taken quite a bit from a Thunderbolt. I think you should just T-Bolt there. I mean, the Swampert is...
I mean...
T-Bolt just kills there.
It didn't matter.
Wow.
The Blissey's gone.
Wow. 48% to a Blissey is incredible. And Protect there doesn't do anything but chip yourself, so...
This reminds me of...
I think you just go T-Tar there.
This reminds me of a
I mean,
Moltres.
it is a mixed Tar, as we know.
This reminds me of a Moltres. Wow. It was Hidden Power Ice. It was bluffing the entire time.
Wow, insane.
This reminds
That's
me
insane.
of a Moltres CM Pass team where Moltres 2-hit Blissey with Fire Blast at +2/+2. But wow, yeah,
Yeah,
Zapdos just
that.
I mean, you know, even if Gengar and Skarmory were alive, I think that Zapdos just would have 6-0'd.
Oh
Understandably
yeah, at that
at
point.
+3.
Yeah, that was over. Definitely.
Wow. Lots of baton passing
Um.
on both sides in this set. That Big Five team definitely consistent, but I mean, what does one do in the face of a monster like this Zapdos?
Oh yeah, definitely not.
Well,
I think Eric played a pretty good game. I think he stuck to it. And skillful person, if they would have probably brought a different team, that way Eric didn't know it was coming. Could have maybe gone a different way. They still took it to 46 turns. It's not like it was a complete wash for them.
absolutely. Well, this was yet another delightful experience, Z Panther, and I'm thinking maybe we can go for one more.
Perhaps, yeah. Perhaps we can.
Or sorry, what are they calling you in the comments these days? It's Gold Panther and Z Mason.
Yeah.
Which one do you like to
That's
be?
what they've been calling us. I'll be Gold Panther.
Alrighty, changing my name to Z Mason on the Discord, and we're gonna do one more set. We'll see you guys in a little bit. Thank you so much.